fact is this: we get into trouble when we pick and choose what to obey. We get into trouble when we pick and choose what to obey. God tells you to do this. He tells you to do that. And you sit there and go, well, I'm going to do this today, but I'm not going to do that today. And we pick and choose. But then what we do is we go to church, or then what we do is we go to Facebook, or then what we do, we go to our friends, and we just pat ourselves on the back. We're like, I obeyed God. I obeyed him 80% of the time. And what God says is, hey, you know that 20% that you disobeyed me on? That's going to cost you your blessings. You get that, right? When you pick and choose how you're going to obey God, your 20% of disobedience, I'm being generous, let's be honest, your 40% of disobedience and your 60% of obedience, your 40% of disobedience costs you the blessings that you got for 60% of obedience. You're saying, what do you mean by that? Let me give you an example. I have been so pleased. I have been so blessed. This church is full of tithers. If you look around right now and you throw a piece of candy, you're going to hit somebody that gives 10% of their income to God. Off the top, by the way. And this church is full of them. And I am so proud of y'all. I've been so blessed by y'all. Jason and I talk about it all the time, how good God's been to us. By the way, don't you stop. We're making some choices here that's going to be required upon you being faithful. Okay, don't you do it. But here's what breaks my heart. So many of you are losing out on your blessings for tithing because you're not obeying him over the other 90%. Let that sink in. Because you have rejected him, what he says to do with the other 90%, he is pulling your blessings for your tithing. I see it all the time with parents. We have been blessed with some God-fearing, Bible-believing parents that are bucking the trend, man. They are swimming against the grain. They are disciplining their children. They are raising their children up right. They're teaching their children the Bible. They're holding their kids accountable. They are great parents. We have biblical parents, but you know what? They're forfeiting the blessings that they get from their parenting because they're not obeying God when it comes to their spouse. I've got fathers who are not being blessed for being a biblical father because God's told them to love their wife like Christ loved the church, and they're not doing it. I've got wives who are great moms, who do a great job with their mothers, but their children, but they are being forfeiting their blessings. Why? Because God told them to submit to their husband, and they have refused. And so God says, whatever area of disobedience that you pick and choose that you're going to do, that's going to cause you to forfeit your blessings in the area of obedience that you happen to do.